Hello everyone, this is Sasha. Welcome back to our channel. As some of you know, there's a very special place for SEO inside our internet marketing system. It's my favorite channel and the place where you can get the best return on investment by far. If you have those 3 to 6 months to wait, then trust me, SEO is worth the wait. In the previous video, we discussed how to rank on Google Maps. Today, let me walk you through SEO, which covers the search part of the equation. SEO is a way to get your business in front of more hyper-relevant prospects that show interest by searching for your products and services. On Facebook ads, for example, you try to find those prospects yourself by placing your ad in front of people that belong to certain audiences. On search, prospects find you. This consumer decision journey model describes how prospects move from discovering your brand over here to making a purchase here. Between these two steps, prospects will likely go to your website and decide if they want to work with you or no. If your website is not optimized to generate leads and close sales, SEO and advertising will not be effective because the people will not be able to get from step 1 to step 4. So if you're not sure if your website works well or not, a video in the top right corner has the answers to some of the most popular questions when it comes to getting your website right. Now that you have your website right, let's jump to SEO. Prospects that are searching Google are Google's customers. Google makes majority of its revenue from advertising. That's why they want to make sure that prospects can find quality results every time. This way, SEO is essentially a process of making sure that your website is the best answer to prospects' search query. But what is the best answer? Well, I'm glad that you asked. There's over 200 criteria Google looks at when ranking a website. But there's a couple of major things. Number 1, making sure your website is technically sound. This is often the place to start. Fix technical issues on your website. This will not only improve your SEO, but will also help you decrease the cost per click on Google Ads, while your prospects will get a better experience with your company overall. While this can get complicated, on its surface, it's pretty intuitive. Ask yourself, does your website load quickly? Page load speed is oftentimes a major problem. A lot of people have it right on desktop, but how about mobile? Is your website taking 20 seconds to load on mobile? How about the 3G network? How about outside the city? If so, look into improving your website first. It's not just for Google. If your website takes 20 seconds to load, then you have a problem. Your prospects will not be able to get to your page, and most of them will drop off before the page even loads. Now you see why the website is the place to start. Another popular problem, broken pages. Let me show you what I mean by that. If we go to, say, Growth 360 website, and we go to a page that does not exist, then it will get us to the 404 page. Broken pages means when prospect clicks on a search result and gets to a page that does not exist and shows a 404 error instead. We see this often with clients who move their websites without proper SEO help, and also with the clients that like to delete the old pages. The rumor is this affects quality of your website. Imagine a site that has, say, 100 pages. Let's say 50 of them are missing. That's a sign of bad quality to Google. There's a lot more items to cover here. In fact, our technical SEO checklist has over 100 points in it. But you get the point. If your website is low quality, you need to fix it first before you go into SEO or advertising. Otherwise, it'll be really hard for you to compete, so it will be money out of the window. Congrats, you have a technically sound website. Now, the content part. That's where the rubber meets the road. To rank for a keyword, you need to have it on a page. But not only that, you have to have the best answer. The kind of an answer that will fully satisfy the search query and intent behind it. So there's no need for a searcher to look for the same thing again. From Google's perspective, if a prospect was searching for something on Google and clicked on your site, and then a few seconds later they clicked back out and on the next search result, this may be a sign that the prospect has not found what they were looking for. Let's say a prospect is searching for something bathroom renovation Toronto. They'll type in bathroom renovation Toronto, search for it, scroll down, click on the very first result, easy renovation website. You can see how the main keyword is prominently displayed at the very top of the page. That's what Easy Renovations is optimizing for. There's also plenty of information here. They have reviews, they have a home stars embed, there's more information about bathroom renovations, there's a process of work and what to expect from them. There's also a gallery, how it works, and then they go into showing information about bathroom renovations in Toronto and how much does it cost. Speaking about how good of a Toronto bathroom renovation company they are, they showcase reviews, locations, and more. If you're planning a bathroom renovation and you come to that page, then chances are you will be satisfied with what you found. Perhaps the only thing that's missing here is a video, but not every page has to have a video. At the same time, if we've gone ahead and searched for bathroom renovation Toronto again and selected, let's say, the first result on page 2, a Toronto custom concepts website, you can see that this page has very little information. In fact, we call this thin content. There's a gallery of past work. There's a few sentences about the company, bathroom and showers, but that's about it. You can see how Easy Renovation website had a lot of different content on their page about bathroom renovations, the keyword they were targeting. Not only did it have a keyword prominently displayed, but then it had all sorts of information that a customer might want to see. They had information about how much does it cost. They had information about what it takes, what the process of work is, what exactly they include in their service, etc., etc. While the second website that we looked at had very little information. In fact, it was really just a gallery which Google cannot read anyways, and a few sentences about bathroom renovations. If the second website did a little bit better job with their content, they would probably have been able to make it to page 1 or maybe even higher up. To summarize this section, I want to say that the best answer often has to satisfy searcher's intent. In some cases, people are looking for a blog post. In other cases, people are looking for products and services. If you search Google for the keyword phrase that you want to rank for, and you look at the other pages that are ranking there, you'll be able to understand what Google thinks the best answer is. Is it a video? Is it a product page? Is it a blog post? Or is it a website that has 25 different companies listed on it? This will answer a question of what kind of content you have to create. From there, it will just be a matter of creating a quality content, placing it on your website, and fine-tuning it to target the right keywords. By now, you will have a technically sound website with the best content on it. Content that satisfies intent and fully answers the prospect's query. Which brings us to another major ingredient, authority. It is easy to look at authority as votes. It is one of the most important factors when it comes to ranking on Google. Imagine 2 pages on an equally good website, equally good content. Let's say someone was writing a blog post and stumble upon one of those 2 pages. They would find it a good source and they will link to it. Let's say a few months later, a reporter for CNN was doing their research, found that page and linked to it as well. This way, one page now has 2 backlinks pointing to it, while the competitor has 0. From Google's perspective, the page that got more votes will likely rank higher because it has more authority. But similar to everything else in SEO, authority is developed over time. You cannot just simply jump from 0 links to 1,000 backlinks in one day. For example, if we go ahead and search for Ubiquity Installation Toronto on Google, and we take the first result, which is citadelcameras.ca, and we take a second one, signa.com. Next, we'll go on SEMrush and we'll search for citadelcameras.ca. If we look at referring domains that citadelcameras.ca has, it's 301 and it's 1.8 thousand backlinks. Now, if we look at Cigna.com, their domain has 256 referring domains pointing to it, and it's 1.8 thousand links as well. It's not too much of a gap. And it is not as simple as this. But for example's sake, how long do you think it would take for Cigna.com to jump from 256 referring domains and a similar number of backlinks and bridge that gap between the 300 referring domains that Citadel has? If you know what you're doing, you can do this fairly quickly, let's say within a month or two. But what if you had 0 links? Then it may take you a good 4 to 6 months to bridge that gap. It has to look natural, and natural takes time. You cannot just jump to 300 websites pointing to your site at once because you'll get penalized by Google. And I'm oversimplifying this, but you get the point. Links are votes. Votes can have different quality and weight to them, and they take time to establish. There's a lot of ifs and buts, but the point is, a link from CNN.com has a lot more weight to it than a link from some local blog. To summarize, SEO is a process of becoming the best answer. In other words, the process of making your website work really well for your prospects and the search engines. There's over 200 criteria Google looks at, but here's a summary. First, you have to make sure that your website is technically sound. The website loads fast, has a few broken pages, plus 100 of other criteria that we have on our checklist. Once you have that foundation built, you shift to creating content, building answers to search queries. One keyword, one page, prospect searches for that page, they find you, they click, and they never search again. Finally, there's an authority aspect. How many websites vote for your page? If you have a product, how many websites would write about it and link to that product? There's a lot of ifs and buts in SEO, but you get the point. If you want to rank well on Google, think what it means to be the best answer in your market. I hope this video was useful, and I will see you in the next one.